Hello, and you're welcome to this essential training on resource mobilization for new charity organizations. I am very excited that you have chosen to invest your time here today, because by the time we end this session, you'll walk away with the tools not only to sustain your organization, but also to propel it toward long-term success. Starting a charity organization is always a journey that is full of passion, hope, and optimism. You are driven by a vision to change the world, to make real difference in the lives of those who need it most. In the early stages, it is easy to believe that once you register your organization, write a compelling proposal, and knock on a few doors, the funding is going to start flowing like a river. But let me tell you the little secret. That is very far from reality. And if you have also started your organization, you can attest to this reality. I have seen so many founders full of excitement pouring their hearts into writing dozens of proposals, each one crafted with the care, sent with high hopes, only to hear nothing in return. No replies, no interest, just silence. Some have invested hard-earned money into hiring specialist writers, hoping that this is going to be the magic touch, but still nothing. And so you're trying everything. You promote your organization on social media, you speak to everyone you know, you build professional website, you organize events, you even dig deep into your own pockets, putting your personal savings on the line for the cause that you believe in. And yet, despite all of this effort, you are left staring in a bank account that hasn't moved. No funding, no transaction, no support, nothing. But you have not given up yet. Maybe you have sent out countless emails that seem to land on a blank hole, unread and unanswered. You've WhatsApped people who simply leave your messages on blue tick, never responding. Perhaps you've been fortunate enough to receive a small donation from a kind individual, but then nothing. They vanish, never to see them again. And so you begin to question everything. Do people not care about what we are doing? Are we focusing on the wrong activities? Did we choose the wrong community or group of vulnerable people to help? What are we doing wrong? You start to feel that the problem must be with your proposals, or your messaging, or your strategy. But wait, what if I told you right now that the problem isn't in any of those things? What if I told you that the true issue that can be summed up in a single powerful word is what we call relationships? Yes, relationships. The core of resource mobilization isn't just about writing the perfect proposal or creating the most heartwarming social media campaign. It's about building real, meaningful relationships with the right people. You might be doing the right things, but if you're doing them in front of the wrong audience, it's like trying to sell sanitary pads to men. No matter how excellent your product is, it will never be what they need. Now, let's not shy away from the reality of the situation. We have to face the truth. The landscape of securing funding has become very competitive than ever. Every single day, over 398 NGOs are registered globally, but many of them are coming from Africa alone. Some are genuinely driven by the desire to create change, but others are simply duplicating services that already exist, or worse, pretending to be charities while operating with other motives. This has created a crisis of trust. Donors who once happily opened their wallets to fund new organizations have become suspicious. They have seen so many instances of fraud. They have seen so many instances of fund mismanagement and poor accountability, leaving them hesitant to take new chances on new and tested organizations like yours. And the numbers speak for themselves. Did you know that 30% of newly registered NGOs close their doors within the first year? 50% of them don't even make it to their 50th anniversary. And why is that? The answer is simple. That is just only inadequate resources. Without funding, new organizations struggle with the staffing shortages, outdated infrastructure, limited outreach, and inability to innovate, sustain their programs. This leads to operational inefficiencies, reduced impact, and ultimately an overwhelming sense of frustration to you, the founder. You are left wondering if your work even matters, if anyone truly sees the value in what you're doing. But let me tell you this, if you have ever questioned your own worth or worth of your cause, you are not alone. So many founders have walked this same path, feeling the same doubts, but guess what? Many of them have found a way to break through, and you can too. This training is designed to help you shift your mindset and your strategy, you are going to learn how to connect with the right people, people who genuinely want to support your cause. You'll discover how to craft not just proposals, but partnerships, relationships that stand the test of time and sustain your organization for a very long time. By the end of this journey, you're going to have the knowledge and the tools to take your organization from survival mode to flourishing mode. You're going to have a roadmap to guide you from being just another figure to becoming a long-term lasting force for good in this world. So if you're ready to move your organization into the right side of history and the right side of statistics and create a legacy that can endure for decades, let's dive in this together. Together, we are going to unlock the secrets of resource mobilization and take your organization to new heights. Let's get started. Now, I know you're someone who has poured your heart and soul into starting an NGO. Your mission is to uplift vulnerable populations, whether you're providing humanitarian aid, health services, education, protecting the environment, advocating for human rights, promoting economic development, gender equality, or ensuring child protection. You are driven by a deep desire to make the world a better place, and you're passionate about the cause that's closest to your heart. But let's be honest, none of this is possible without one crucial skill: resource mobilization. Yet for some founders, especially those starting new NGOs, this is where the wheels tend to come off. They think that the solution for their funding challenges lies exclusively in writing the perfect project proposal. They sit for hours crafting what they hope will be the key to unlocking the support they desperately need. But let me tell you something. A proposal is just one piece of the puzzle in the grand scheme of resource mobilization. Think of a project or grant proposal like a marriage proposal. You wouldn't propose to someone you haven't been in courtship with. Without a relationship, that proposal will almost certainly be turned down. Yet many NGO founders are doing exactly that, expecting donors to say yes to their proposals without ever building a connection or establishing trust. Here is the reality though. When donors are deciding whether to support your organization, they are not just reading your proposal and checking off boxes. They are asking themselves some very important questions like, does this organization's work align with our mission? Who is behind this organization? Can I trust the team that they will manage our funds responsibly? In other words, they are not just investing in your projects, they are investing in you. They need to know without a shadow of doubt that you are someone they can count on, that you as the founder and leader have the competence, the character and the integrity to put their funds to good use. So this training will guide you through the strategies you need to make yourself the icon of your organization. We are going to learn how to cultivate relationships so that donors don't just recognize your name, but they know you, they like you and they trust you, and they are very excited to work with you. We want them to feel a sense of joy when your email lands in their inbox. We want them to eagerly pull up their budget, ready to allocate resources because they believe in what you stand for and what your organization is achieving. But we are not stopping there. We also want to explore how to turn complete strangers into donors, how to convert one-time donors into repeat supporters, and eventually into ambassadors for your cause. These people who will not only give generously, but will also spread the word about your work, helping you tap into the new streams and support and replicate this process again and again. Imagine this: donors who are not just one-time benefactors, but partners in your mission. They open their checkbooks as easily as they open their hearts. They don't need to be convinced. They are ready to give because they believe in you and the work you're doing. With the right approach, you can create a snowball effect of donations and support that will allow your organization to grow, to thrive, and to create lasting impact. So if you're ready to break free from the cycle of rejection and move into a space where donors seek you out, let's dive into the strategies that are going to transform you and transform your approach of resource mobilization. It's time to make your organization that one organization that donors run to and not the one that donors are running away from. Now, I want you to picture yourself lying comfortably on your comfortable bed when suddenly you hear a notification from your phone. It's a new email. Curious, you open it and it's from someone you've never heard of. As you start reading, you see a beautifully written proposal from a charity organization you know nothing about, asking you to donate only $5 to buy books for orphans. There is even a very neat little donation button, making it super easy for you to donate right from your phone. So you've got the $5 to spare, and maybe you're feeling very generous that day. But let me ask you this, would you actually go ahead and make that donation? Absolutely not. Immediately, doubts start flooding your mind. What if this is a scam? How do I know that these people will use the money for what they claim? Who else has donated to them? Is this even a legitimate charity organization? Can I trust anyone from this organization? Do they have a website that I can check out? How many orphans have they actually helped? And the list goes on. There are so many questions that you'll be asking yourself. Without clear answers to these questions, you wouldn't give a single dime. This hesitation, this lack of trust, this is exactly what your donors experience when you ask them for your support without providing them with the information they need to feel confident about their decision. Now imagine the same scenario, but this time the email comes from your trusted friend. They tell you about this same organization, explaining what they do, how many lives they've changed, and why it is important to donate. Suddenly those same nagging questions, you're not asking them anymore. Or at least not in the same way in which you were asking them for the organization that you don't know anything about. Why is that? Because now you are willing to trust the answers that your friend has provided you. So this is the power of building relationships. You already trust your friend. The stronger the relationship, the easier it is to win your support. So if you're asking donors for the money without first answering these questions, you're fighting a losing battle. We always want donors to be our friends before we start asking them for the support. This is because donating is more of an emotional decision than it is a logical decision. So as a new organization, you'll be navigating the world of fundraising, and the road ahead has two major routes. We have what we call individual donors and organizations. Both can be incredibly valuable sources of support, but each of them comes with its own challenges and rewards. Let's start with organizations. These can range from local companies and government agencies to international funding bodies, private foundations, corporate social responsibility programs, financial institutions, and even multilateral organizations like the UN and the World Bank. While they have the potential to offer large amounts of funding, getting donations from them can be tricky and a long process. And why is that? Because when you approach an organization, you are not just convincing one person. Their decision is influenced by a multitude of factors. They need to call a meeting and discuss your proposal. A committee will likely vet your application as a group. You will face stiff competition from other NGOs. They are often looking for what they will gain in return, whether it's visibility, recognition, or some sort of social responsibility or credit. They have strict guidelines and require perfect documentation and financial accountability. So your organization will be compared against others to see who has the stronger track record. And they need to be absolutely sure that their brand and reputation are safe in your hands. So you'll see that these are very many requirements to meet as a new NGO. You might not have all of them. However, on the other hand, individual donors operate on a completely different level. They tend to make impulse decisions driven by emotions and the strength of the relationship that you have built with them. So if they believe in your cause and they trust you, they can donate right there and then. This is where your real opportunity lies as a new charity organization. Individuals are more likely to give in-kind donations, offer immediate support, and spread the word to their friends and networks. So in the early stages of your organization, your focus should be on building strong, genuine relationships. Make friends and turn those friends into donors. Focus on people who believe in what you're doing, and as they start to support your cause, your credibility will grow. This support will lay the foundation for approaching organizations down the line. Once you've received that initial support from individuals, then you can set sights on approaching bigger organizations. But don't rush this step yet. Establishing a solid base is very crucial. And that brings us now to an incredible important concept in fundraising. This is what we call the donor funnel. The funnel represents a step-by-step process of turning complete strangers into committed donors. It is not something that happens overnight. It requires you to carefully guide potential supporters through different stages, gradually building trust and connection. For this to work, you need the right tools and strategies at each stage of the funnel. It's like nurturing a seed and it eventually grows into a tree. And before you even begin funneling people in, you need to have your house in order. Your organization must be set up in a way that is ready to integrate with the donors funnel. So let us dive into the steps needed to build a solid foundation for your charity organization, ensuring that you're fully equipped to attract, to nurture, and to retain donors. Set yourself up for resource mobilization success as a new organization. It is essential to follow a clear and structured approach of 9 essential strategies. These strategies will not only establish your credibility, but also significantly influence donors to support your cause. The first strategy is to register your non-profit organization. Think of this as laying the groundwork for everything that follows. By securing a registration certificate, a tax-exempt status letter, and an operating license, you are not just meeting legal requirements, but you're building trust. So these documents signal to donors that your organization is legitimate and their contributions will be well managed. It's the first step to showing potential supporters that their investment is going to a recognized and trustworthy entity. The second strategy is to secure a physical location and establish a well-branded office. Your office is more than just a workspace. It is a statement of your commitment to your cause. A professional and visible office helps convey that you are serious and ready to make a difference. When donors visit or hear about your physical presence, they see a tangible representation of your dedication. It reassures them that their donation and support will go to an organization with a solid foundation and a genuine commitment of its mission. The third strategy is to invest in a digital camera. In an era where visuals drive engagement, high-quality images and videos are indispensable. A good camera allows you to capture the heart of your activities, events, and real-life impact of your work. When donors see compelling visuals of your efforts and beneficiaries, they are more likely to feel a connection and be involved to support the cause. Effective visual storytelling turns your mission into something donors can see and believe in. Another strategy is to carry out a few self-funded activities and use your digital camera to capture them. This is one of the most important ones. Demonstrating your commitment by investing your own resources is a powerful way to build credibility. So the goal here is to focus on multiple beneficiary activities that we call the MBAs, other than the single beneficiary activities that we also abbreviate as the SBAs. So MBAs are activities designed to benefit a large group of beneficiaries at a single time. Activities like community sensitization and training. The cost will stay relatively the same even for more beneficiaries. So SBAs, on the other hand, require that each beneficiary is given an independent deliverable. Take an example. If you're giving out wheelchairs to disabled people, every person will need a different wheelchair. Therefore, the cost will increase as the number of beneficiaries also increase. But with MBAs, the same public address system that you're going to use to sensitize 20 people about maybe community hygiene can also work for 300 people without changing the cost of production. Therefore, by funding activities like community cleanups or educational workshops on your own, you show that you are invested in your mission. This not only builds confidence, but also serves as concrete proof of your dedication. So donors are more inclined to support an organization that has already demonstrated its commitment through tangible actions. With your activities underway, the next step is to write professional reports. And this is the next step. Transparency is crucial in building trust. So regularly updating activity reports, monthly reports, quarterly reports, and annual reports serve as a window into your organization's operations and achievements. So these reports provide potential donors with a clear picture of how their contributions are being used and the impact being made, reinforcing their decision to invest in your cause. It involves utilizing social media effectively. So in our digital age, your online presence is your gateway to a broader audience. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, X, and YouTube are not just tools. They are channels for storytelling and engagement. By sharing your story and showcasing your impact through these platforms, you capture the attention of potential donors and keep them engaged, making it easier for them to connect and support your cause. The seventh strategy is to develop your branding materials. So branding is more than just the visual identity. It's about creating a lasting impression. Invest in a well-crafted organizational profile and professional materials such as flyers and brochures. These elements convey professionalism and help donors to quickly understand who you are, what you stand for. Strong branding instills confidence and makes your organization memorable, increasing the likelihood that donors will choose to support you. Strategy number 8 is to develop a strategic plan. A clear, actionable strategic plan is your roadmap to success. It shows donors that you have a thoughtful approach and a vision for the future. By outlining your goals and the steps to achieve them, you provide reassurance that their donations will be used effectively. A well-defined plan not only guides your efforts but also builds trust with donors and demonstrates that you are prepared and you're goal-oriented. Finally, you need to establish a professional website. Your website is often the first point of contact for your potential donors and serves as a hub for your online presence. Ensure that it reflects your professionalism and impact. Include regularly updated activity reports, monthly reports, and clear contact information and an easy-to-find Donate Now button. A compelling website makes it a strong first impression and provides donors with the information they need to support your cause confidently. So by embracing these 9 essential strategies, you will create a robust foundation that not only showcases your commitment but also effectively influences donors to support your mission. So each step builds your credibility and demonstrates your dedication, turning potential supporters into active contributors. So in the donor funnel, we are going to use each of these tools that we have mentioned above to see how each of them incorporates in the different steps of the donor funnel, such that we move our donors from being strangers to being long-lasting donors. Now that you are set up with the initial tools, we are going to start moving our prospects through the 5 steps of the donor funnel. And this is the magical way in which we are going to turn our strangers into donors. The first step is called awareness. This is where you start to introduce your organization and its mission to as many people as possible, setting the stage for future engagement. So at the top of the funnel, the goal is to reach out to individuals who may have never heard of your organization or who are unaware of the cause of you're advocating for. To achieve this, you're going to need to employ both the physical and the online approaches. Each of these has its unique benefits and strategies. Let's start with the physical. So physically, connecting with people can be incredibly effective because it allows for a personal face-to-face interaction. This approach provides an excellent opportunity to share your deep understanding of your mission and the work your organization is doing. Importantly, the goal of these meetings is not to ask for donations right away, but to build a meaningful relationships. So you want individuals to get to know you and your organization. And the most important thing, you want to gather their contact information, like their emails and their phone numbers. This way, you can continue the conversation and keep them engaged with your cause. Now, initially, you're going to need to focus on reaching out to community icons. So community icons are people who can make a significant impact in spreading awareness and potentially become your first donors. These might include people like local business owners, community leaders, religious figures, government officials, politicians, and most importantly, the tourists. Don't forget to ensure that the beneficiaries of your cause also know about your presence in the community. So if you can, please invite them to your office so they can feel the sense of your availability. So as you meet people in person, you're going to seamlessly transition them to your online strategy. With their contact details in hand, you can start feeding them with more information about your organization through regular updates, keeping them engaged and informed. So turning to the digital side, your online approach offers a vast platform to reach a broader audience. Key activities here could include creating and sharing educational content on social media about your organization, such as infographics and videos, which are designed to be easily shared and spread the message further. Publishing insightful blog articles on your website about your cause and mission will also help attract and educate potential supporters about your cause. Consider hosting information sessions, whether in person or virtual, to discuss the key issues your organization addresses and connect with a wider audience. Attending community events or conferences also provides another opportunity to network and introduce your organization to even more people. Then lastly, running targeted advertisements and ad campaigns on platforms such as Facebook and Google can help you reach new relevant audiences who might be interested in your cause. Okay, so using partnerships with influencers or local media outlets can further boost your visibility and credibility. And additionally, distributing branded brochures, flyers, and organizational profiles will help inform the community about your mission and efforts. So you have seen that we have used the tools that we had created earlier, such as the flyers, the brochures, the website, and your social media channels to fill within the first step of the donor funnel. So that is the first step of the donor funnel. The second step of the donor funnel is what we call the interest. So at this stage, your prospects have become more than just curious. They are now engaged leads, eager to learn about your cause and organization. This is where the real work now begins, where you have the chance to capture their hearts and their minds. So your mission here is to show them not just what you do, but why it matters, why it's urgent, and why you need their support now and not tomorrow. You must educate them, arm them with the knowledge that empowers them to believe in the work that you do. So by sharing your activity reports and monthly updates, you paint a picture of progress, action, and commitment. But it's not enough to show them what you have done. You must emphasize the urgency of what lies ahead. Your strategic plan isn't just a roadmap, it's a call to action. It's a plan that highlights the stakes, demonstrates the importance of every step you take, and shows why it's important and now is the most important moment to act. And in that plan, you must position yourself clearly as the solution. Because you are the solution, you have the vision, you have the strategy, and with their support, you have the power to create real lasting change. Now, your opportunity to inspire, this is where you use every tool at your disposal. A compelling blog post can do the job, and you can tell your story there. Educational videos that break down complex issues into simple truths, and partnerships with influencers who share your values and can amplify your message to even a wider audience. So you must engage them at every turn, showing them that their involvement isn't just helpful, it is essential. Your role here is to build their confidence, to let them know that standing with you is the right choice and only choice if they truly care about making a difference. The third stage is the involvement stage. So at this stage, your engaged leads transform into something even more powerful. They become supporters. But here is the key. Support doesn't always mean a donation right away, by the way. It might be as simple as sharing one of your posts or subscribing to your email list. And let me be clear, these actions matter a lot. They are the seeds of a much larger movement. And your goal is to encourage more of these actions. You want to inspire people to join your email list. So an email list is that list that you're going to create, that you're going to put in all your prospects that you collect. And then you can be sending them emails on a scheduled basis. So to share your message with their networks, to volunteer their time, or even to sign a petition can be a sign that they are getting involved. Every one of these actions helps to spread your cause, amplifying your message and building a community that stands with you. Now, you must never underestimate the power of these seemingly very small actions. Each share, each signature, each email subscription helps to widen your reach and make your cause known. So this is where you create calls to action. asking people to sign petitions that make a difference, to join your email list so that they never miss an update, okay? To use dedicated hashtags that unify your supporters and make your movement visible across platforms. Every post they share, every event they attend strengthens the bond between you and them, turning supporters into advocates. And this is how your cause grows. So by introducing points of contact, you show your supporters that you are here for them. You value their engagement and that your questions matter. You create a bridge between your passion and their mission, okay? Guiding them towards meaningful action. So these are the moments where your cause becomes even more than just an organization. It becomes a movement. So together, you build something larger than yourselves. It starts with every email, every share, and every signature that you get. The next step is what we call investment. Now comes the moment you've all been working towards, the investment stage, where your supporters take the exciting leap and become donors. This is a pivotal moment when they make their first financial contribution to your cause, turning their belief in your mission into tangible action. And it's your responsibility to make sure this moment doesn't go unnoticed. Your goals here are simple, but they are very, very important. First, you need to celebrate every donation publicly, letting the world see the impact of their generosity. Second, you need to inspire others to follow their lead, showing them that every contribution, big or small, brings you closer to your goal. And the third, you reassure donors that they made the right choice by supporting you, by showing them the difference their donation is going to make. So, how do you do that? By taking simple yet powerful actions that leave a lasting impression. You can use social media to post calls for specific goals, such as something like, we are $50 away from reaching our $2,000 goal. This creates a sense of urgency and accomplishment, encouraging others to chip in and help you across the finish line. So you need to send personalized thank you emails within 24 hours of receiving a donation, because nothing says appreciation like immediate recognition. And don't forget to give your donors a shout out on social media. Public recognition goes a long way in showing that you truly value their generosity. But this doesn't stop there. You make sure to add these donors to your database, ensuring they stay connected for your future opportunities and updates. Because this isn't just about securing one donation, it's about laying the foundation for a long-term relationship. You want your donors to feel like they are a vital part of something bigger, a movement that they helped build. So each contribution is not the end of a journey, but the beginning of a lasting connection, one that you nurture, celebrate, and grow. So after that stage, we are going to go to the next stage that we call the stewardship stage. Now that you have reached a stewardship stage where your donors have the potential to become so much more, they can become true ambassadors for your cause. This stage is about cultivating relationships that last, making sure your donors feel valued, appreciated, and connected to your mission in a meaningful way. It's not just about that one-time donation. It's about creating a community of dedicated supporters who continue to stand by you year after year. Your goals here are very simple but very powerful. You aim to turn those one-time donors into recurring donors, to encourage larger donations where it's appropriate, and most importantly, to inspire ongoing participation and engagement. You want donors to be so passionate about your cause that they spread the word themselves, becoming advocates who bring others into your movement through the word of mouth. So to achieve this, you can implement a range of effective strategies. Peer-to-peer funding opportunities are a fantastic way to empower your supporters, giving them the tools to fundraise on your behalf and reach even more potential donors. A referral program within your membership base can expand your reach and reward those who bring in new supporters. You can also offer long-term volunteer opportunities, allowing donors to engage with your cause on a deeper level beyond just the financial support. And perhaps most importantly, you share accountability with them. By being transparent about where donations go and the results they help achieve, you build trust and foster a sense of shared ownership over your mission's success. So in this stage, you are not just asking donors for their support, you're inviting them to be a central part of your journey. And with this blueprint, you stand a chance of attaining and retaining an unlimited web of happy donors that are going to be giving to your organization now and the years to come. As we conclude, I want to talk a little bit about our coaching program. If you're still interested to learn more about resource mobilization, I would like to welcome you to our transformative 8-week coaching program designed to empower and elevate your organization to new heights. We are excited to guide you through the essential areas that will not only enhance your operational effectiveness, but will also strengthen your outreach and impact. We have organized our coaching program in different modules. Our first module is about project proposal writing, where we dive into the art of crafting compelling proposals. You will learn how to develop concept papers, solicited proposals, and unsolicited proposals, equipping you with the skills to produce detailed, persuasive documents. We will cover every critical component, including crafting an impactful cover page, defining your project theme, and summarizing the project in an executive summary. You will gain insights into detailing your organization's background and experiences, articulating your project rationale, setting clear objectives, and outlining activities. We will guide you through defining outputs, outcomes, and impact, designing an effective M&E framework, and preparing a comprehensive budget. Additionally, you'll learn how to create a sustainability plan, risk and mitigation strategies, and a detailed work plan, ensuring that every proposal you submit is thorough and professional. For solicited proposals, we'll review templates for terms of references, technical and financial proposals, and teach you how to effectively search for and identify relevant calls for proposals. The second module is professional website development. Here, we focus on helping you create a powerful online presence. You'll learn how to design a website that truly represents your organization, featuring key sections such as your homepage, about us page, mission and vision, and details about your programs and services. We'll emphasize showcasing your impact and success stories, making it easy for visitors to get involved, donate, and to volunteer. We'll also cover how to keep your audience informed through news and updates, blogs, and resources. So your website will be equipped with the essential elements such as annual reports, partnership details, contact information, and the legal policies, ensuring it serves as a comprehensive and engaging platform for your donors. Thirdly, our professional report writing module will enhance your capabilities. You'll learn how to produce detailed activity reports, monthly reports, quarterly reports, and annual reports, essential for transparent and effective communication with stakeholders. The fourth module is the strategic plan development. We are going to guide you through how to create a robust strategic plan. We will help you to set goals and objectives, conduct a SWOT analysis, identify strategic priorities. You will also learn how to develop actionable plans, performance metrics, timelines, budgets, and resource allocation strategies. Risk assessment and mitigation, stakeholder analysis, and implementation plans will be exclusively covered, ensuring you have a comprehensive framework to guide your organization's growth. Module number 5 will involve showing you the tricks of turning total strangers into long-term donors and ambassadors. So this program will provide you with the strategies for physically approaching potential donors, identifying common donor groups, creating donor personas, and crafting automated follow-up emails. We also explore effective messaging techniques to retain donors and build strong, lasting relationships. Module 6 is professional branding. In this module, we will cover the essentials of creating organizational profiles, flyers, brochures, headed papers, and logos, ensuring that your brand is represented consistently and professionally. Finally, in module number 7, our social media setup training will cover the essentials of utilizing social media. You're going to learn how to effectively use platforms like Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and TikTok. We'll guide you on running social media events, editing content, and running targeted advertisement to reach those potential donors within your specific groups. So if any of this resonates with you and sparks your interest, we invite you to take the next step by using the link below to join our transformative coaching program. Before we get started, however, we would love to learn about you, your organization, and ensure that our training is perfectly tailored to your unique needs. So you can simply click the link to book a call with us. And during this call, we are going to dive into a detailed discussion about your organization and about you and about your organization's context and objectives. So once we've got a clear understanding of your needs, we are going to enroll you in our program, and then we shall learn together. So we are excited to partner with you on this journey and look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you, and we will hear from you soon.